Pär, thank you so much for joining me. Really excited about this conversation. Let's look at collective impact. KPMG operates across 143 countries. From your perspective, what's top of mind for your clients?
Well, right now, everyone wants to talk about only one thing, is Gen AI. Yeah. Gen AI for every function, every company, everywhere. So that's the number one topic right now. Just behind that is monetizing data. So Gen AI will be driven by the access to data, which needs to be in the cloud preferably. And that is then resurfacing demand for how can we move the data into the cloud? How can we use it to drive real business value? And cybersecurity. It has always been important, particularly geopolitically, it's going to continue to be important. And now with Gen AI and data cloud, everyone is looking for how can we do this as safe and as reliable as possible. So those three things, I would say 90% of the conversation right now around data.
And, those three topics are very much industry agnostic. KPMG serves customers across multiple sectors, including, public sector agencies, financial services, and healthcare. From your perspective, Pär, are you focusing on a specific industry? And if so, why is that the case? And what trends are you noticing?
So as a firm, we have the benefit of being, as you said, every sector, every function, every country, if you will. Financial services, asset management, private equity, tech, those are huge sectors, but all of the sectors are relevant for us. For me personally, I focus a lot on tech companies, clients, and alliances. We want to make sure that we work with the disruptors in the industry, and also that we make alliances and partner with the ecosystem that we need to serve our clients the best. So for me personally, I spend a lot of time thinking through, as the last frontier of the cloud transition, the data cloud transition moves into the era of Gen AI, how can that impact both our own company and every one of our clients? And that's, nobody knows right now. I've been watching AI since I did my first job as an intern in 1992 at a company in Brussels. I've been watching this. I took my eye off the ball for 6 months and it just took off, right? So I think this is an iPhone moment for the industry.
I want to mention, you've referenced the data cloud. From your perspective, how are clients finding value in it? And what are your largest takeaways from the partnership?
For us, it's huge. First of all, sort of data as a differentiator is part of our core corporate strategy. C-suite, it's up there with our top 3 priorities. To be a player in data, you need to be a player in data cloud. And we are rapidly growing our business there. So actually this year, we're trending to double our revenue from data cloud specifically.
Wow, double.
And most of that is still coming from clients that say, hey, help us move the data from our basement into the cloud, make it usable, et cetera. But more and more, and we're seeing it already, it's coming outside of IT. Help us do taxes better. We have right now what we think is a unique solution based on data cloud for helping companies do their taxes, particularly with the new regulation coming in and more data needed to be collected from every country that you operate in. And very soon, and this is our priority, we're going to see it in M&A. Use of data cloud everywhere in M&A, the entire life cycle is going to be, we think, disruptive. And we put out a perspective at your summit a year ago, how we think that will play out, even before anyone had ever done a deal. And now we're ready to go and really deploy the power of the data cloud into M&A overall.
I want to stick with Snowflake Summit for a minute. We're gearing up for the next Snowflake Summit. What excites you most about attending this year?
Well, I was there last year. It was a fantastic event. We were there with, for the first time, actually, people from tax, people from our consulting business, people from our deal advisory strategy, all walking arm in arm, meeting the executives, meeting, our clients, your customers, and, attending the session with Frank and, watching him sign the books and all that stuff, challenging him on some of the things he wrote about consultants in his book. And it was all good and fun. So I think we want to see a repeat of that. And obviously, it's amazing to see how big the event has gotten. I used to be at a company that did the largest shows in Vegas back in the day, but you're growing pretty rapidly.
A little bit. Yep. Bringing that entire data cloud ecosystem together. So Las Vegas Summit, for the audience attending, we're just getting ready for it. I want to pivot back to you personally, and I'm constantly fascinated by management philosophies and how you approach hiring, to be competitive in an ever-increasing, hyper-competitive environment. Choosing the right talent is essential. What traits do you look for when hiring people and bringing them into the larger KPMG fold?
Yeah, very clear. We look for 5 things, and they're actually exactly the 5 things that are our values. So the first one is integrity. If you can't trust me and I'm advising you, if you can't trust the tech that's you're relying upon, you won't act upon it. So integrity and trust is number one in the character. Second is excellent. You got to be good at something today, but even more importantly, the speed by which you can learn and proof points that you've learned new things very, very rapidly, particularly now as the world is changing, is second. If you don't have that, you'll be stale, you'll be stuck, if you will. The third one is actually courage. So courage to do new things, courage to productively challenge the status quo, speak up if you have a good idea, no matter how high or low you are in the hierarchy, and basically just try to make things better. If you don't have that, then transformation will be slower and will be less successful. The fourth one for us is a lot about together. We call it better together. We can't collaborate with people of all different backgrounds, all different skills. You're not going to win. So we talked earlier about sports, etc. So the better team always beats the better individuals, but the more diverse team beats the other teams. So the ability to team inside your company with other functions and outside is going to be key. Finally, for better, we look for people that have the notion that we need to do the right thing, and I need to pitch in, whether it's in my company, outside my role, in my community. You got to be burning for something, right? And if you're not able to pitch in and do that extra, the right thing, even if it may be the wrong thing, short term for your goal or profitability or what have you, those 5 things we look for in every employee and every recruit. And if you don't have evidence of that, then you're better off somewhere else.
I love it, very much living true to your core values on a day-to-day basis. For some of our audience that is watching this, they may be new to the workforce or just leaving college and making that next chapter into their career. What advice would you like to give them? What can they do now to position them for success into the future?
Yeah, this is the hardest question because I'm probably the wrong...
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
This is the wrong guy to ask. So I grew up as an engineer in Sweden, thinking I'll build my career in space. Ended up becoming a management consultant without an MBA, and then executive, at Cisco at the time. Trying to change the way that we use technology, then back as a consultant and now a board member of a 125-year-old company, originally known as being an auditor without a CPA. So, don't do what I did. But I think if I would tell my younger self something, right, it would be, don't think you can plan your entire life or career when you're 20.
Right.
Life is what happens to you while you're planning for the future.
That's the journey.
That's the journey. Put yourself in situations where you learn a lot, things that, with people you like and can learn from. So be curious, be honest, but nice. Be nice to people around you.
We're all in this together.
Exactly. Seek out opportunities where you can do things that make you grow, and the rest will take care of itself.
I really appreciate it. For the audience watching, how can they learn more about what KPMG is doing on a day-to-day basis?
Go to our website, check out what we do, grab anyone in your LinkedIn, neighborhood that has the KPMG title, or call me.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining me on Data Cloud Now. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.